What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another video. This one's going to be a more personal type of video, but not in a bad way, don't worry. I have made a lot of videos related to my two favorite characters, Donkey Kong and Rosalina, but I never really make videos on these two characters themselves. Like, I talk about Donkey Kong game, of course, and Rosalina. Well, I talk about Mario Galaxy. That's about it. Really, any spin-offs? Maybe. I need to get back to recording more Mario spin-offs and stuff. So yeah, but um, we're gonna be talking both about these characters and why I've been talking about them in the first place. I did this all the way back in 2021, but I feel like I can make it a lot better. So if this doesn't get much attention, I could care less. But I really wanted to make a video on this topic. So yeah. Alright, so where does my history go with Donkey Kong himself? Well, it goes all the way back to the Wii days. Yeah, well, the Wii era, the DS era. I feel like that's the era most of us grew up with. Maybe a little bit of the GameCube, but I did experience only a few GameCube games pretty late, so yeah. But I did experience, now, I don't remember specifically, because I had a lot of Wii games growing up, like a bunch of Wii games with Mario spin-off Wii games. Like, I had the Mario Party series, and I knew DK there, and there's one game, I believe, that I think I experienced DK in the best way possible, and that is Mario Super Sluggers. Yeah, it's not Donkey Kong Country Returns. I did play that later, though. But Mario Super Sluggers, why this game specifically? This was a game that my parents got me all the way back when I was a little kid. And when I played this one, and I didn't know who to pick, honestly. And I just saw this big gorilla with a punching glove. So I decided to pick him, because why the hell not? And then, lo and behold, I started using him. And also I had Mario Kart Wii, obviously. I mean, why wouldn't I? But I was switching between different characters, aside from the girls, probably. So that's a different story. But Mario Slugger specifically was the game I picked Donkey Kong the most, honestly. And then, of course, I had Donkey Kong Country Returns growing up, which I barely got far. I barely even got past World 2 when I first played the game, because, well, Donkey Kong Country Returns is difficult. Shocker. But thankfully, I grew over time and realized that Donkey Kong Country Returns, once you get the hang of it, you know what you're doing. So, yeah. But, and then future Mario spin-offs, including the old ones, I just kept playing Donkey Kong every single time he was an option. I just kept picking him, no matter what. And also, I also did later play the Donkey Kong Country games. Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3. And, of course, I did get Tropical Freeze release date when it, released. For sure. So, yeah, I definitely wanted more experience of the Donkey Kong series. And I just kept playing the other ones, too, like Jungle Beat, Donkey Kong 64, the land games, the GBA games. Don't tell Nintendo how. And pretty much, yeah, I just got experience with the whole Donkey Kong series and also the cartoon, which is a guilty pleasure of mine. So, yeah, but yeah, Donkey Kong is that one character I feel like I've been like the one character I associate with the most. A lot of people, I have a Twitter account. Some people do associate Donkey Kong with me specifically, and that's just heartwarming to me, honestly, that I'm just the biggest DK guy on here. Not the biggest, I know there's other YouTubers that can be DK fans, but none of them, like, I'm like the DK person on here, honestly, and like, I just been talking about him for years now, and it's just to the point, regardless how good or bad it is, experiencing Donkey Kong, talk about him whenever new games come out, and like, that's just, regardless if it's Mario spin-offs as well, I just love talking about DK and just experiencing him. He's just so fun to watch, cutscenes and stuff. He's just so happy to be times. He also can be a bit serious at times. I just really love DK, honestly. Just the one character that I will play and main and love no matter what. So yeah, my experience with Donkey Kong, grew up with most of the spin-offs on the Wii, and then I basically just played, started playing Donkey Kong and many stuff going forward. So yeah, I had a long history with Donkey Kong, so yeah. Now we're going to talk about my other favorite character, who is an actual Mario character. Let's get started. Alright, and now we're going to be talking about my other favorite character who is an actual Mario character, and that is Rosalina. She a princess, a goddess, a queen, however you say it, but Rosalina is a character I have an interesting history with. So I obviously grew up with Super Mario Galaxy, but I also grew up with Sunshine. I grew up with both of those 3D Mario games. I didn't have Galaxy 2, unfortunately, until the Wii U days. I didn't get it on Virtual Console or whatever, something like that. But I had to wait till later to get Galaxy 2. But I experienced Rosalina in Super Mario Galaxy, of course. She's just this one... I feel like this is the one character I feel like not many people know I'm a huge fan of her. But if you follow my Twitter for reasons, you already know I'm a big fan of her. So, yeah. But why Rosalina specifically? Well, it's interesting. So I played Mario Galaxy, and my opinions on Mario females, and yeah, I might as that one video I made like in 2021 has so outdated, so my opinions on them have changed. For Peach, old days, I used to hate her, but thankfully I've grown on her, so I'm fine with Peach. Daisy is pretty cool too, and I'm glad Nintendo is giving her some spotlight. And there's also Pauline, which doesn't really get talked about as much as the other princesses, but I guess Pauline isn't considered a princess, so maybe that's why. Either way, Pauline was a character I was pretty neutral with at the time until later on I started loving her, so yeah. And then there's Rosalina, who sits in an interesting spot for me. So she's just this mysterious, chill, motherly queen that, you know, takes care of Lumas, protects the cosmos, unless it's a Mario Sports event she appears in. And overall, she has a backstory too, and the backstory in Mario Galaxy, sure, it's not the most deepest story ever or anything, but if we're going by Mario standards, it is pretty deep, honestly. I'll let y'all, I think y'all know the storybook, so I don't think I need to mention that again, but Galaxy specifically, and I also love her voice, honestly, especially Mario Kart Wii. Definitely peak Rosalina voice for me, honestly. So, yeah. But, yeah, Galaxy was the reason I loved Rosalina, and I play her in Mario Kart Wii, and I play her in future Mario spin-offs along with Donkey Kong. Now, some people do, probably, I don't get these types of comments that's thankfully, but some people might question how I feel about Rosalina in the current era, because it seems like people look at her nowadays and like, is she just okay in the current era? And I can see that, yeah, it didn't take till, I guess, Sparks of Hope to give her, like, a huge role in a Mario game or something, but, you know, I don't know, man. I'm just playing her in spin-offs. She's having a good time with the Mario casts, and honestly, that's fine by me. I can understand she's not your favorite of the girls, honestly, but I don't know, man. I just really love using Rosalina in spin-offs, and to be honest, I like, sure, she's definitely more chill like the other cast, but still, I don't like using the term personality nowadays of the cast without, how do I use a term without people yelling at me or something, you know? But regardless, yeah, Galaxy was the reason I love Rosalina, and I've been maining her basically every Mario spin-off game she appears in, so yeah. Now that I gave a good enough explanation of why I support these two characters, or why I love these two characters in the first place, I bet the real question comes, why these two specifically? Why do I pair them so much? Well, I can't give a best answer for that, of why I've been pairing these two, but also I could probably give a best answer. The internet. You see, there's a lot of Mario pairings online, as most of you probably know. You know, like the obvious ones like Mario and Peach and Luigi and Daisy. But then there's like other pairings that aren't as popular as those two I just mentioned, but they tend to be rare to see, honestly. Like, Rosalina tends to be shipped pretty much with almost the entire Mario cast. Like, she shipped with Mario, and yeah, I'm cool with it. She shipped with Luigi and sure, I guess. She shipped with Daisy. I see this one pretty often. And maybe sometimes Peach. It's just rare. That's rare to see. There's also Pauline, which is nice. I can go on and on. Oh yeah, and the common one, Rosalina and Waluigi. I used to be obsessed with this back in the Wii U days. Oh god. But yeah, Rosalina tends to be shipped with pretty much almost everyone in the main Mario cast. The only one that may be the exception is probably anyone who's a minor, I guess, like Toad, I guess. That'd be pretty weird, honestly. But yeah, Rosalina tends to be shipped with pretty much almost everyone. And then with Donkey Kong, I mean, he's a gorilla. I mean, I guess you don't really see it as much with him. The only exception is Candy Kong, which Candy Kong is pretty relevant. I don't know about that one nowadays. but I guess I shouldn't judge it. I guess I should be answering that. I don't know. I think it's an okay ship. The cartoon may be indifferent. Not the cartoon, though. Not the cartoon. And then there's also Pauline, which I have been pairing Donkey Kong. I don't know about ship, but I like pairing Donkey Kong with Pauline. So yeah. But why do I pair Donkey Kong and Rosalina specifically? I don't have the best answer for this. I just think they could be good friends, honestly. That's just how I view it. I don't know about a full ship. If you've been seeing my DeviantArt account, which I do have a DeviantArt account, which I've been making MMD renders of my two favorite characters. Sometimes I throw in other characters though. I've mostly been doing with Donkey Kong and Rosalina. I just have been having a lot of fun doing that, honestly. Just coming up with crazy ideas with my two favorite characters. So definitely check out my DeviantArt account if you want more stuff on that. I have it linked nowadays in the description, so you guys can look at that. And yeah, I've come so far. I can make a long essay of my history of these two characters, but I think this is a good enough video for that. The future of these two characters is not going away anytime soon. The future of Rosalina is unknown, but the future for Donkey Kong could be pretty well next year. So, again, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. This is the long video I wanted to make talking about my two favorite characters. I'm glad I come so far with them. And whether if you support only Donkey Kong or only Rosalina or both of them or neither of them at all, I'm glad you guys stick with me for this long, and I can't wait to talk more about these two characters in many years and months to come. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time for whatever video comes your way. Later, folks.